the farm families of Cabot Cooperative are happy to be stuck in Vermont. Welcome to Stuck in Vermont, brought to you by 7 Days. My name is Ava Solberger, and we're here at American Flatbread in Waitsfield, Vermont, where they are open for business. That's right, they're open for business.
I think this is going to stay on my trunk. Okay.
Is there a truck under there? I can't even tell.
Is there a truck under there? There's been over 300 people volunteer to help us clean up and dig out and rebuild.
This was actually my little cleanup area yesterday, right here.
People are just sort of spontaneously finding things to do to make one little part of the property better.
You know, 5 days later, it almost looks like, was there a disaster here?
On Sunday, they were hit pretty hard by Tropical Storm Irene, and this mad river came up and
Down in our oven room, it came up about 18 inches. The entire grounds were completely flooded with water.
He lost 20 cords of split wood. 20 cords.
We expect to be extremely busy. We've had an outpouring of many volunteers, staff members, and people in the community.
This is the biggest hit part of Waitsfield, Bridge Street. And this is Jason, the owner of this establishment here.
Hi, Jason, Ava.
See, he's still smiling.
You want a better backdrop over there?
You tell me where.
Oh, it's just nicer when you see like the building falling down. And mine no stairs. Oh, well, it's flash flood basically. The river took over with the hurricane, and you know, we were here to the point where we couldn't walk out. I was above my belt waist. But I mean, the way it surges through here, it's not a gentle rise. It's a wave. It's like a surge that comes through, and it literally goes through this building that, fortunately for the other historic buildings, this does act as a buffer. It's kind of surreal. You know, it was funny, actually, to be honest with you. I was laughing at that point. I'm like, I can't believe that. Like, I just couldn't believe it. The Green Cup, my restaurant, occupies one of the units, and then I'm the landlord owner of the building, so I have 9 other tenants. At this point, I have 2 tenants, everybody else left.
And a lot of these buildings in here lost their foundations. They were flooded up to, you can see the water line, the high water line right in here. All these buildings. So everybody lost all their belongings in the first floor, everything in the basement. Took out this whole foundation, so it's leaving a lot of these buildings without any structure.
There's a big hole over here. They don't have anywhere else to put the dirt that they're digging out around the pylons.
I've looked at the buildings on Bridge Street, and they are in remarkably good shape for being absolutely battered. And I think all of them are very enthusiastic about stabilizing them and planning for the next floods that may be every year, every 2 years.
It's going to happen over and over again. And the only way to move forward is to go with the frame of mind of build it to suit. Build it so, look, if water's going to come in your business or in your building, you have to build the foundation so it can flow through and it can withstand it.
Because all of those buildings are on the National Register of Historic Places. You know, they are significant not only for Vermont, but also nationally. So they're not buildings I can say, pick those buildings up and move them to a better place.
Water level was about 2 feet below patio level. And in 45 minutes, the water had gone from 2 feet below patio level to lapping the top of this wall. 10 minutes after that, it was over the wall. 10 minutes after that, it was 3 foot deep. 10 minutes later, it was 4 feet deep, and it was a while before it subsided. I have to tell you, though, when I showed up on Monday morning and I saw the destruction, it was really hard to sort of wrap my head around where to start. You know, neighbor came up, she's like, okay, I'm here with a shovel, what do we need? I was like, I don't know. She's like, all right, give me half an hour. And within half an hour, she had a crew here, she had shovels, she had buckets. We filled 6.5 dump trucks, 5-gallon bucket by 5-gallon bucket by 5-gallon bucket. We'll rebuild it. And it's going to be all locals doing it. The locals built this place, locals will build it back again. We're really lucky no one lost their life. We're really lucky there were no serious injuries. The stuff we lost is just stuff. It's stuff.
This road just went away. There was no road where these cones are right here and where all this gravel is. This has all been newly made. Every other car is an out-of-state plate. So it's kind of funny because there's a lot of out-of-state plates right now, but I don't think that they're tourists. I think that they're emergency vehicles and stuff. Walk right here, and there was a bridge. And it was beautiful. It had little like twinkle Christmas lights, and it snaked this way and over there. It got you over to his house. It's gone. You can't move this at all.
You're not as strong as the river, Tracy.
I couldn't move it.
Never met him, and he lived there for 2 years, and he saw the water coming down, and he came and put some sandbags and stones and wood and blocked up this door. And apparently the whole house is surrounded in water. You can see it came up to the, came right up to the ceiling.
Raging up.
How high was the river?
If I was standing in that water, it would be over my head.
Oh my gosh!
Feel this, like we're going to go up and down and up and down. This was flat, flat, and now look at it. And this was a little bubbling brook right here. That's all this rock. So when it says the road is closed, like this is what? Look at that.
It's like an earthquake. It really is.
Yeah. Rips the tar right out of the cracks in the road.
Well, there is our thoroughfare. Slightly damaged.
This is why all the traffic has to come by my little dirt road house instead of just zooming along. If this was normal, there'd be all these maple syrup sellers right in the center of the Granville Gulf by the waterfall, and all the tourists would be going by and getting their syrup and taking pictures of the waterfall.
We're walking down the center of Route 100. We're pretty cool. Yeah.
No cars, don't have to worry about it. I keep looking behind me. Something gonna come running me over. But no, it's just
Route 100.
Just a nice walk down Route 100.
It's a wonderful, wonderful place that we live in here in the valley.
Yeah, and you don't see many people bummed out, even the people that are having problems, because they see the help and they're kind of rejuvenated. They're wondering whether they want to rebuild here, but they have all these people coming in helping that support them, and they do. Now they're trying to figure out how to make it work.
Well, the recovery effort here in Waitsfield, amongst every town that I know of in Vermont, has been, you can't even explain it.
And I think they're really feeling like there might be hope.
For me, it inspires me truly to, wake up and continue to rip my restaurant apart in my building.
This is an amazing community. No one gets to fall off the edge. We all band together, we all work together. Times of crisis, we all just get it done.
Hopefully we can keep the momentum going. So if people can, even if they're not from around here, if they have the time.
Anybody who's a good framer, come down to Bridge Street.
Anybody that can lift a broom or a shovel or do anything is a big help.
I think we got to figure out how we can make friends with the river long term, because it's not going to be less water, it's going to be more often.
Are we in the right place? What does the river need? And what do people need? And where can they be to have long-term sustainability?
This river just gets wider and wider and shallower, and it's literally taking our land away, and there's nothing we can do except maybe go in there and find a way for this all to work.
And Vermont will recover from this in pretty short order because we're Vermonters and it's what we do.
Waitsfield and Warren are a tight-knit community, and if you want to get hit by a disaster, well, this is a place to do it. We'll get stuck in Vermont with you again real soon.
I love Vermont because of her hills and valleys, her scenery and invigorating climate, but most of all because of her indomitable people. They're a race of pioneers who have almost beggared themselves to serve others. If the spirit of liberty should vanish in other parts of the Union and support of our institution should languish, it could all be replenished from the generous store held by the people of this brave little state of Vermont. And, it's as true now as it was then.
Well, you make the world's best cheddar, you ought to be proud of it. People can actually connect with, what they eat. Here's the farm that it came from. We keep winning awards. We won every major award for taste in the world.